Clearly tied to small group reading is the opportunity for independent reading. There are times when I have my students bring an independent reading book to the small group table and talk to me a bit in a conferring mode how they might work or questions they're having or where they are in their chapter book. I also move out around the classroom frequently and confer with students one-on-one. I'm not quizzing them. I'm not doing 20 questions. I'm thinking in terms, how can I support you as a reader? What are you working with? What questions do you have for me about reading and about this specific text? I like to think about a model I call 5-15, 5-15, 5. If I have a 45-minute independent reading block, I'm going to start with conferring for 5 minutes. I'm going to make sure my students are on target, have their book boxes or their library selection with them, and maybe answer a question or two from a couple of students. They're used to this in my classroom. Then I'll move to a 15-minute group, depending on the age group. I think there are times we make small group reading too long, when the opportunity to be focused and targeted instruction and support or just working with a portion of the text is also an opportunity under small group that leads to the way we read independently. When we read independently, most of us like to finish a chapter in a longer book, but we don't go cover to cover. We may reread a favorite section. We may read a book 2 or 3 times. This varies by age group and it varies in purpose. But I really encourage you to consider that in that 15-minute segment, you've thought about the whole group goals. Then I move back to another 5-minute opportunity to get up from the small group table, move around the room, do a couple of quick check-ins with students, maybe answer another question or two, and then move back with a second group. So many days I fit in 2 small groups, 15 or 20 minutes, almost any grade level. In kindergarten, when I do that, they may only have 5 or 6 or 7 minutes in their small group because that's where their thinking is, their attention span. But I vary the time as much as I use my 5-15, 5-15, 5. That last 5 minutes in this rotation is a chance to check in with more students, meaning I'm likely to confer with 6 or 8 kids and see 2 small groups, all within a 45-minute independent reading. That's where we can observe students taking on the instructional practices we've been working on in our classroom that day, that week, that month. And the use of a range of text, both fiction, nonfiction, all types of labels of informational, literature, poetry, media, and non-traditional opportunities to engage with print media all belong during that independent reading time.